load some stuff. I got some pictures that I need to bring in. Let me see where those pictures are. I need to see where I saved them to. Studio. Oh yeah, they in the studio. I should have known better than that. Over to the drive. Let's play some music. Yeah. We got a little music playing while I get the studio set. Yep. Yes, sir. It's Friday. How you guys doing out there? Another awesome Friday for sure. So we're going to go ahead and get this show started for sure. It's the Impact Podcast Show. I'm your host, Coach A, coming back at you again. So what we got here on today's show, just stick around. We got fifth grade challenge. I'm going to call somebody up, see if they smarter than a fifth grader. We might give them some money if they win. Got a few questions to ask. We definitely got some interesting news and stuff to put out there. We're going to talk about some businesses. This is the best time to start your business, right? You know, we're hearing all this stuff about the marketplace and about the inflation and stuff like that. So is this a good time to start a business? I think it is, but we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about health insurance. You got health insurance, or are you thugging it out without it? Yeah, we definitely want to talk about that. And we're going to talk about this student debt relief, right? President Joe Biden is getting ready to put into effect another portion of the student debt relief. There's already some portions that's out there now. So we want to put that, we want to, let the people know about that and some of the new stuff that's coming for sure. So it's Friday. I hope you guys had an awesome day. Yesterday I was in Orlando with the fam. For sure. We had a great time. We went to water park. We took the baby with us. I had a picture of that. Let me see if I can find that picture. Cute picture. Anytime you got me and Elijah in the picture together, it's just way too much cuteness. I just want y'all to know that. It's just way too much cuteness for anybody. So I'm see if I can find that picture. But he's getting so big, man. I mean, yesterday he just turned 9 months. So he's growing fast on us for sure. Here we go at the water park. Check this out. Woo! That's somebody else behind me. That's me right here. So that's us yesterday at the water park. We got another picture of him. Look at him standing up. Woo, that's my dog right there. That's my dog. Elijah. So we had a good time. It was crowded. When we was coming back, traffic was bad. There was an accident. It's always like that sometimes when you're coming back. So, we had to sit. But but good thing we had some awesome music playing. Awesome music playing from our radio station, the Impact station. You definitely got to tune into it. The number 4. mpact.com, all the latest and Christian hip hop, positive music. We got everything. The one thing that's good about my radio station is the variety that you get. A lot of times when you go to the online station and you click on some of their stations, they play just the same thing all the time. They don't cross over from genre to genre. So on my station, you get a variety. You're gonna have, some of the hip hop. You're gonna have some of the R&B. You're gonna have some, even some Spanish music a little bit. Some of the salsa, merengue, and stuff like that, reggaeton. You're also gonna have some Caribbean music. Just a whole different variety, and the way it's all gelled together is perfect. So I had a chance to listen to it all day yesterday when I was driving there, about 2 hours there, and then coming back, it took us about 4 hours because of the accident. So I had a chance to listen to the radio station, and it was banging. I enjoyed it very much. So make sure when you get a chance, whenever you get a chance, free time, if you're at work, I don't care where you at, www.4mpact.com. Tune into the radio station and check it out for sure. Some interesting news I got for you today. First of all, 8/26, happy Friday. I hope you off this weekend. If not, I hope you make lots of money, but it is 8/26, so I got some interesting stuff, some interesting news in the history of this date. How about that? Born on this day, we got Jimmy Rushing, Count Basie. He was a blues and jazz singer. You might know him. He died in 1972. Also born on this day is Valerie Simpson, right? She's a singer from Ashford and Simpsons. He'd be 76 today. What else I got? We also got actor Macaulay Culkin was born today, 1980. Man, this cat is 42 years old. If you know this guy, that's the same kid from the Home Alone franchise and My Girl and Richie Rich. That kid, I didn't even know he was only 6 years younger than me. That's crazy. 6 years. I just let y'all know what my age is. That cat, 42. James Harden was born today. How about that? He played for the Rockets. He played for the Rockets. Then he got transferred to the Nets. Then he got transferred to the Philadelphia. So he's there. He's 33 today. Also, Keke Palmer. Y'all know who that is. Young black actress. Joyful Noise, Rags, Hustlers, Scream Queens. I think she in the new movie that just came out too. She's 29 today, so she's young. So that's interesting. That's it for some born on days on today. Also, I got some interesting news. Check this out. Now, I don't know if you guys are cereal fans or what you do in the morning, but Snoop Dogg got cereal coming out. How about that? It's called Snoop Loops. That's right. Breakfast for Champions, right? Snoop Dogg's next episode, The Breakfast Business. The rapper, actor, entrepreneur is launching a new cereal called Snoop Loops. The whole grain cereal looks similar to Kellogg's Fruit Loops, but it also includes marshmallows. Fellow rapper and Mongo Master P unveiled the new breakfast treat on Instagram over the last weekend. Snoop Dogg, whose real name is Calvin Brodus, is the founder of Brodus Foods. Master P's real name, Percy Miller, is the brand's chief executive officer. So you know how Master P is. Snoop coming out with some cereal called Snoop Loops. I think it's kind of catchy, but I mean, how many ways you gonna do Fruit Loops? I mean, you go on the shelf and everything seems like it's some type of a Fruit Loop addition. That's crazy, right? Teen who identifies as a cat allowed by a school to act like a feline. Look, I can't make this up. This is weird. Many kids learn in different ways. Some are more visual, while others absorb information better and read about it. But everyone learns best when they are comfortable and at ease. For this teen in school, she identifies as a feline, so the school lets her go around acting like a cat. How crazy is that? Huh? In Missouri, the school is reinstating spanking students as the last resort. So they just voted. I guess they sent out the letter to all the parents to vote and see what they felt about reinstating spanking kids, and that's what they're gonna do. So they taking it back. They taking it back. If your kid act up there, they finna put them hands on them for sure. So listen, keep it locked right here. We got some more stuff coming up for you. It's the Impact Podcast Show. Let's go on to the intro. Yo, yo, it's your boy Coach A. This is the Impact Podcast Show. This is coming to you by Rapid Returns Services. Yep, that's my business. Rapid Return Services. In addition to personal taxes, we do corporate taxes, we do payroll. We also do business structure. We help you start your LLC. We transfer your structures over if you're an LLC and you want to become a C Corp, or you want to get taxed as a C Corp, or you want to be taxed as an S Corp. Whatever it is you need when it comes to business, we'll help you do it. We'll also help you get a business coach if you need to put a plan together for a business. Talk to the man. I'll get you a coach, which is me. I'll help you out for sure. So brought to you by Rapid Return Services. You can look us up on Facebook, number 941-750-0908. Call us if you want to get your business together. We're going to be talking a little bit more about business today. Right. But right now, this year we are heading towards our 8th year anniversary being married. And so I can remember the beautiful wedding that we have. And I wish I had some pictures. I would have put it up, but it was an awesome, awesome wedding. And I remember we had, a ring bearer. Part of the tradition of weddings is to have a ring bearer. Sometimes you have a little girl or a little boy or who walks down there with the rings. Oh, they looking so cute. So, but I thought it was interesting because I picked up an article. Some people have animals, right? So I got 9 animals besides the cat and the dog. I know what you're thinking that, oh yes, they probably just use their cats or their dogs. But these are 9 different animals that people have used as ring bearers. Number 9 is a monkey, right? A monkey. So a man played a shocking surprise on his bride by getting a monkey to carry their rings as the ceremonial ring bearer. How about that? He had to pay $2,000 for that. So that man came out the pocket. Ferrets. Some people use ferrets as well. So if you don't know what ferrets are, those little long rat-looking animals. I don't know how they was able to bring the ring down. They probably had handlers too. Alligator. Central PA, Danny and Jake Newman chose a friendly alligator named Wally to be included in their wedding. So I can't understand. I wonder if the people were scared. You see this alligator walking down the middle of the aisle, and you got people sitting on the side. They probably holding their kids and all that. Donkeys. Some people use donkeys. Some people use cows. Number 5, 4, kangaroo. Owls. How in the world you get an owl to be a ring bearer? Turtles. And the last one, of course, is goats. So I think that's crazy. People use those different things. Not crazy as in bad, but just crazy as in interesting that people go out their way to make their wedding that special by using these different type of animals to be included in their wedding. You have to really, really be a wedding fan to include those things, for sure. Right now, look, I'm finna tell you, it's called, I got a buddy, his name is Phil, right? Phil Ross. This is my dude. Now, when I was in college in Springfield, Ohio, and I'm gonna tell you, Springfield, what's the population of Springfield, Ohio? I'm about to look it up. It's about 58,000. The population of Springfield about 58,000. So during the time I was in school, Phil was there, but I never knew Phil. And so it's interesting that both of us ended up in Florida, and we ended up meeting in Florida, and we was in the same area during the same time, but we never saw each other. And Springfield is small. Population of 58 is small. So anyway, this is my dude. Phil been, in trouble a little bit in and out, but ever since we spoke to him here. We done work together, going and talking to some of the juveniles at Horizons and at different programs, just kind of trying to be mentors and trying to lead them on the right way, for sure. So that's my guy. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm introducing is Ask Phil. I'm finna call him and introduce him to the show. So this is a new feature I got where I can make a phone call. So let me see if this thing works. probably busy right now. Anyway, he ain't answer. So anyway, I was calling to check my dude out. He has his own business. He been running his own business for a while now. This is him calling back. Phil.
Yeah, man. I'm having trouble out here with all this music with this phone. But what's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. I told you I was gonna give you a ring, man. What's good? What's up? Y'all busy over there or not? You know it's Friday night.
No, I'm not really busy right now. They just now cranking up, Joe. But you know what I mean? I have the ability to multitask anyway, so it don't even matter. You can talk on the phone, talk to these spacers, and all of that.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So what? So tell my people your business. What you got going on over there?
So
you live. First of all, you live on the show, just so you know.
So yeah, what I got going on? I have a food truck. You know what I mean? I'm in a place, a big beer brewery where they don't have food. I'm the food. So first of all, I've been blessed. Everybody coming here want to eat and drink and listen to this live music. So we over here getting this money. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. Got my kid over here and we working and we blessed. You know what I mean? But furthermore, I'm motivated to do that just on the strength of that. I don't really have all that it takes to be listening to somebody telling me what to do all day breathing down my back. Some people can do it. Some people can't. I don't really have everything that it takes to be, listening to somebody telling me what to do all day. So just on that strength right there, I have to have what it takes to be able to do my own thing and be my own boss and take care of my own self. And that ain't easy either. But if you got to be able to do one or the other. If you can't work for somebody and go by the rules, then you better be able to make your own rules and take care of your own stuff. So that's where I'm at with it, and I've been blessed.
Yeah. So so have you always been a business owner, or have you worked for other people before? I'm sure at some point you took some instructions at some point.
Absolutely. I wasn't good at it though. I wasn't good at it. I worked for people. Absolutely, I did, and wasn't good at it. You know what I mean? I was blessed to have a job here at Peach's Restaurant for probably like 13 years. They was able to put up with everything that came with me, all my skills, everything that I had. It was extra stuff that came with my attitude, my ego, all of that. So I was blessed to be able to be with a company that was able to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
Until I was able to branch out on my own. So yeah, I had to follow instructions. So you absolutely have to do that. But I just wasn't able to do it. But just because I wasn't able to do it, I was motivated by that. Because I know I got to live. There's rules, and even if you got your own, there's rules you got to follow no matter what. So I'm better at this though. I'm better at this.
So where you at? Tell us where you at. Over at Motorworks, right?
Yeah, Motorworks Brewing over on 9th Street. 9th Street and 9th Street and MLK, actually, exactly where it is. Right on the corner. Big brown building.
Yeah, for sure. What you serving up over there? What's your top dish?
All right, so my specialties is egg rolls. That's the thing that I make. That's the thing that I take care of the most because it's handmade. Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, Southwest egg rolls. If you want a dessert, I make apple pie egg roll as well.
Apple. Yeah. Oh, I got.
Apple
you
pie.
Ain't never told me that. Well, you ain't never told me that. Apple
pie.
You
got restrictions. You got restrictions. You know what I mean? Cause it's Greece. So I understand where you come from. You have a young wife, so she's concerned. She want her husband to be around for a long time. So it's an enjoyable food, but it's not nothing that you should do often. You know what I mean? For real. But once you get a bite of it, you're gonna want to do it as often as you can.
Yeah. So I like how you just put me out there like that. Like I got restrictions.
I mean, yeah, you got restrictions. It is what it is. You ought to be thankful. You ought to be thankful that you have somebody that love you as well enough to put restrictions on you, like that. For real. How
Is
dare
that
somebody put restrictions on somebody?
yeah?
For
Is
real.
that what we call it in our love?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be love. I mean, in order for you to come to me and tell me, hey, listen, this is what I feel like you should do, and this will last longer, and I love you, and I care for you. So yeah, I think this is what you should do. So in order for you to come and tell me something like that, yeah, you must have loved me.
You must.
Because other than that, why would you be concerned about what I'm eating?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I look
So
at it.
how you get into food business? Like how you get into it? To Is that
Yeah, I
something
was
you always
forced in.
wanted to do, or?
No, 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 absolutely not. I was forced into this lifestyle. I mean, if we're gonna tell the truth, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was forced into this lifestyle. Uh, spending a lot of time inside, meaning prison.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so when you go in there, the worst job you can have is in the kitchen. Don't nobody want to be in the kitchen. So I was put in the kitchen, and I figured out that it was my way out in the
Mm.
kitchen. Being in prison, if you work in the kitchen, then you're around the food people want to eat. And I
Exactly.
had access to food to sell, to the other inmates.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after a while, I took a liking to it. Took advantage of it first and foremost. Took advantage of it. And then getting out of prison, I didn't want to cook at all. I really didn't want to work in nobody's kitchen. First of all, because it wasn't paying that much money.
Mm-hmm.
Being honest, it wasn't paying that much money, so I didn't want to work in nobody's kitchen. And so when I say I was forced in this lifestyle, being my criminal record, my criminal history wouldn't allow me to go get a job making 70, 80, 90,000, maybe $100,000 a year. So I settled for working in a restaurant, but I didn't really settle. I got in the restaurant and learned how I can do it on my own. So, that's what I did. So I didn't really settle. I just learned. But when I say I was forced into it, that was the food business, the food industry was something that accepted me, my history, my record,
Right.
and all of that. And so I took advantage of it. And so now I'm getting this money.
Exactly. On your terms.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't make it that. A lot of people end up going back. How'd you keep from going back? Is it part of that because you ended up starting your own business and, because you had to, at some point you had to
How,
change.
how I end up going back to what?
Meaning, how did you keep from going back? Because, a lot of
Okay.
people don't, turn out with their own business. Some people end up going back, to prison or living in in the street life.
All right. Well, we got one. So if we're gonna be honest, can I be honest with you?
Man, that's you. This is you, man. You can be honest. That's why I called you, because you give it to us straight.
All right. So the first thing that kept me from going to prison, bruh, when I realized that, hey, boy, you better stop going to prison, was girls.
Mm.
With no girls in the joint. So I love girls, and every time I was going to prison and getting out, I lose a girl. I lose her. She couldn't wait at all. And then I'm in the prison suffering. So they can't keep no girl going back and forth to the joint. That was the first thing. I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
That was the first thing, bro. I'm like, shit, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm in the joint, all these dudes, all these hard legs. I don't want to be around all these dudes all the time. So that was the first thing that made me wake up, bro. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I had kids of my own, growing up and seeing me back and forth. I just, so the light just came on. And I got a spiritual awakening, no doubt about it. You know, I believe in God, heaven, very, very spiritual. And,
Mm.
he spoke to me and I listened. I spoke back and here I am. So I keep from going to prison. The first thing that kept me from going to prison was girls.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, girls. And then, my daddy, he told me one day, he said, hey, man, every time I look up you in prison, you need $100. You need $100. He said, so you $100 dude. No, he said, you $100 nigga. That's what he said to me. That's exactly what he said to me.
Uh-huh.
He said, all I can do, if I send you $100 a month, then you straight. Your life is good. All you want is $100 out of life every month. And he was right. So I'm sitting in prison. He sent me $100 a month. I was straight. I ain't need nothing else. But I thought about that. Is that really all I want? Is $100 a month?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that was one of the things that woke me up as well. my financial situation. You know what I mean? How I really want to live. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that woke me up, but things that stand out to me, it's things like that, man. And girls, just the real things that people ain't gonna really tell you. Excuse me, things really ain't gonna, people really ain't gonna say. For I'm telling you the truth, bro. I'm in there suffering, looking at magazines, naked women, all of that, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man. Well, I ain't got to go through all of that. Why don't I just be at home?
just be at
You know what I
home.
mean? For real.
Yeah, for
You know what I
real.
mean? So yeah, I mean that's just one of the things that's the truth. And then you finally wake up, man. Just wake up. If you listen to yourself, because you know yourself, you know the truth, whether you accept it or not. You know right from wrong. You really
Mm-hmm.
know in the back of your head at the end of the day what you really should be doing. So if you listen to yourself, and then the people that's trying to tell you, yo, this is what you should be doing, and then accept all them opportunities, man, and take advantage of it. For real,
Exactly.
take
Exactly.
advantage of it.
And
If
even
you
with
can't take advantage of it, then go ahead, get out the way. Go on back to the penitentiary. Then go ahead. I'll pay taxes. I'll pay taxes to keep you in there. Because I'm gonna tell you, because I know this from experience.
uh-huh.
Uh, these folks that lock you up and you go back and put to prison, you know what I'm saying? They thinking about them. This dude keep getting locked up. He can't keep a job. He ain't got no girlfriend. He can't keep one because he's going back and forth. You're going to get desperate. You're going to rape somebody. One day you might rape one of their kids. I mean, this is how they think. And I know for sure that's how they thinking. So let's lock him up. Let's get him off the street. So dudes better stop. You better get out the way. If you're not going to do what you're supposed to do, they're going to move you out the way. They're going to lock you up. And then unfortunately, I agree with them because, I'm on that side now. You got every opportunity out here on these streets because I just look at me, for example, I spent, over 25 years of my whole life being in the penitentiary. I'm only 54. And I'm out here now surviving the right way.
Young
So there's no
54.
way. I'm a young 54, but I can
Yeah.
run. I can race. I'll beat you to the corner right now, bro. Running. But hold on a more serious note, really serious note, man. I just
Yeah.
I don't have no sympathy. I do have sympathy, but I really don't. I have sympathy for it. Yeah, I'll give you a couple of dollars. I'll give you $3-4. I'll feed you, but I don't really have sympathy for you if you're not taking advantage of every opportunity out here that's for you. They really out here, man. If you just buckle down, if you just really get tired. Hey, I'm tired. I'm tired. I only got $20 in my pocket at the end of the week. I'm tired of that. You know what I mean?
But
So
but
do something
listen,
about it.
but check this out. You know what I noticed? A lot of guys that came from that have your background, that been to prison and been on both sides. A lot of them had that same feeling, like they don't have sympathy. Once they turn around and they start understanding, they don't have sympathy for some of the people out here that's not taking advantage of their opportunities. Because I know that a lot when I look at a lot of YouTube pages and read different people. They be talking the same way. Like they be like, I don't have sympathy. If you out here, killing or you out here doing all this bad, then you need to be locked up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yes.
opportunity.
Yeah, man. I mean, and it's crazy to hear me say that because I done been there, hard criminal maximum security penitentiaries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but now I'm out here and I done suffered and everything about my life suggests that I should not be living the way that I'm living right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about my life, but I am living and because I took advantage and I got tired of it. So you just can't come and get no handout. You can't come and get no handout because you ain't tired, bro. Either you are or either you ain't. Period. That's the bottom line. Either you are or either you not, bro. Period. And if you tired of it, then you ain't gonna really want no or need no handout if you tired for real, because you're gonna go get it. You're gonna go get it. So when you come in, you want a handout from me, you ain't really tired. You ain't really tired. You're gonna go get one. You're gonna go get what you need, and then come and get some help after you get what you need, man. So I don't want to hear anybody do nothing for me. I got all the way in on my own. You know what I mean? Research, got the information I needed from people and took advantage of it. You know what I mean? So when I say I don't have no sympathy, I really do have it for you. I really do, but I don't have it to the point where I'm going to take care of you. No, I ain't gonna take care of you. I'm gonna give you this information that it was given to me, and
Yeah.
then I want you to take advantage of it, and then you know what I mean. Then I'm gonna help you. Then I'm gonna move you forward. But I can't give it to you. I can't just give it to you because you got every opportunity. If I give
Yeah.
it to you, you ain't gonna appreciate it. You ain't gonna respect it. And I
Mhm.
know that because I done had things given to me, and I ain't appreciate. I ain't respect. I done gaffered it all away. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it out of hatred or nothing like that. I still got love. I love and all of that, man. But it's just so many opportunities.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities, man. And so I just don't want people to misunderstand that when I say I got no sympathy because I
For
do.
sure. Yeah. And
I, I understand.
you help people. I've seen you help people come work over at the food truck with you that maybe
Yeah,
couldn't get a job at other places. So you definitely give people shots. So
yeah,
it's not like you ain't helping.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. I can give you a push. I can motivate you. I can speak it to you and all that, and even give you some money. Excuse me, but that's not going to take care of your life.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? You need to take care of your life. You need to feel good about yourself. And you don't need to feel good about me giving you some money. You know what I mean? At all, because it's not going to take care of your life. It's just not. It's not going to make you happy. I can give you $1,000 a week, even $1,000 a day. It's not going to make you. It's not going to take care of your life, though. I don't care. It's just not. It's just not because it ain't yours. Because what if I stop? You know what I mean? What if I
Yeah.
stop? You can't really just depend on nobody. It's why it's hard for me to just go to work every day for somebody. Because what if they decide they ain't got this job no more? It's over with. Then
It's
what I'm
over
gonna do?
with. Yeah. You're
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So I just want to own the job. I don't want to go look for one. I want to own it. Period. I want to own the job.
And you ain't done. You got a lot more coming too, man. So, but I just wanted to holler at you, man. Introduce you to the people for sure. I'm gonna be calling you. I'm gonna put you up. We're gonna get your whole story out there for sure. You already know what
Yeah,
time it
man.
is.
Cause he called me right now. I'm working right now. People ordering food. I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I got a whole lot to say. Uh,
Exactly.
I got a whole lot to say, but yeah, to get me where I can sit down, be with you as a matter of fact,
Yep.
instead of with his phone.
We're
And
gonna do it for sure. But get
yeah.
your money, man. That's it, man. Get your money for
All right,
sure.
thanks.
And I'ma holler
Yeah,
at you,
hey, thanks
man.
for calling, man. Thanks for
Yeah.
calling, man. Get back with me all the time.
You already know. Later. Yes, sir. That's my dude, Phil. Shout out to my other brother, Jeremy, man. Oh man, keep Jeremy in your prayers. He's been in the hospital, wow, for a while. Probably about, I want to say like 4 weeks. He's been having some issues, and so just continue to keep him in prayer. He's over at Tampa General. That's my dog. Anybody know me out there DJing? They've seen me out there. They've seen Jeremy. He always with me wherever I have a DJ set to do whatever. He's out there with me, helping me set up. And sometimes he go out there in my place if I can't make it or if I have something set. I can send him out there, and he'll set it out. So that's my dude. That's my little bro. We're going to definitely keep him in our prayers. Speedy recovery. He's doing a lot better. He had some more surgery done. I believe it was yesterday. He had that, had some surgery, but he's starting to come around from there. So we're just praying that he get his strength back. Shout out to my brother Jody Skywalker commenting. Yeah, I got the little jury curl. I think you spelled it wrong, but anyhow, yeah. So, but anyway, we do want to definitely get into talking about business. Phil got his own business. Is this the perfect time to start your business? I know a lot. I know. Let me take this banner off because I don't have my brother on the phone anymore, so I can go ahead and remove this. There we go. I know a lot of people that have a lot of talent when it comes and a lot of great ideas, right? And so you might be thinking that right now with the market the way it is, with the economy the way it is, and you've been hearing about inflation and you've been hearing about all this other stuff, you might be thinking that it's not a good time to start your business, but it is actually. I think it's one of the best times because it's during times like this, coming off from the whole COVID thing, and then businesses and people getting started again. What happens during these times is it becomes it's called a wealth shift, where a lot of the income and the money shifts to other people. And these are the perfect time where you have ideas to put them into play. Put them ideas into play and to put it out there and see how it's going to impact. That's what happens, because a lot of people don't realize that, again, during these times, people are wanting to do stuff. They receive, money from either grants or government assistance, or they don't have to pay student loans, which we'll be talking about later, or they getting stimulus checks and all these different things that they're getting. People are stacking up their money, and so they want to give it to somebody, right? And they don't just want to give it, they want to buy something. So you have something that somebody want to buy. So whatever that idea is that you have, I think it's the perfect time to go ahead and introduce it to the world. Obviously you got to have a perfect plan. You don't just quit your job and just jump right into it. That wouldn't be smart. You got to have a way to do it. And so a lot of times that's where, we come in at my office. I help you put a business plan together. I help you get a business plan together. I help you. Somebody asking for a link. Oh, that's my son, Isaiah. So anyhow, I help you get a business plan together, or just help you with some more ideas. A lot of times people keep them ideas to themselves. You got to find a good group of people. It's called like a mastermind. You got to find a good group of people or a mentor, somebody you can talk to help bounce your ideas, somebody that you trust that's not going to take your ideas and go behind your back, but be able to put this stuff together and help you piece these things together so that, you can take your steps on what you want to do. A lot of people don't. I'm trying to gear up to call somebody else. I'm just going to call Jody. I don't even think I got Jody's number. Or I might have it under something else. Anyhow, I was gonna call Mr. Skywalker because I think he should be on it. He should be running his own business too. Yeah, I see you over there chiming in with your comments. You could be running your own business too. We talked about that before, and it is the perfect time right now to get out there and test it. Again, you don't have to just quit your job and just jump out there on the island. That wouldn't be smart. But you test it. You put something on the side. You don't even have to start an LLC. You could just be a sole proprietor where you just operating under your name. You just testing the waters and see. And you really don't. I mean, you if the market is right, if you got people that's using your products and happy with your product, then it's fail proof. It's almost fail proof for sure. You know, I know a lot of people think that it's hard running your own business, but it's the same. It takes the same amount of energy as it do to fail as it do to succeed. Same amount of energy. It's just directed a different way. So you just got to make sure that you put your stuff together, and then you'll see you'll begin to take off. So what we got now? Listen, I want to know who. Jody, inbox me your number. I want to see who wants to win $100. I got $100 for him right now. Right now, $100. All you got to do is win the fifth grade challenge. That's all you got to do is win this fifth grade challenge, and I'll send you $100 to your Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, I have to send it to you another way. But I have about 5 questions. 5 questions. Inbox me your number, and I'm gonna call you and see if you up. I want to see who's up for this challenge. Jody, I shout out to Jody. Mr. Skywalker. Brandon, what's up, B? Hey, I got $100 on the line if you take the fifth grade challenge. I'm trying to see who got this fifth grade challenge in them. Anyhow, while I wait to get that fifth grade challenge, I got some strange news for y'all. Listen to this. A man in Ghana reportedly chopped off his own penis on August 12th while he was half asleep. The man, 42-year-old Kofi Ada, said he was dreaming about slaughtering the goat when he woke up to sharp pains in his scrotum. When he looked down, he realized that through some form of sleepwalking, he picked up a knife and chopped off his genitalia, though he doesn't remember doing any of this. Listen, I can't make this up, man. That's crazy. What kind of, you need some help, man? What kind of sleepwalk? That's dangerous. What kind of sleepwalking is that? Huh? And what does slaughtering a goat has to do with you taking your pants off and cutting yourself? That's crazy. Right now, I'm waiting on somebody to inbox me that number that want to win 100. Oh, there we go. We got one. Let's call Mr. Stokes. Yes, sir. Mr. Stokes, what's up, man?
What's going on, my brother?
Good. Hey, first of all, listen, did you hear my boy Phil on the phone?
I heard him.
Good. You never know how, these things is working out. So anyhow, how you doing, man? How's work?
I mean, we're straight, can't complain. It's Friday, so, it's a little shorter than the rest of the days, but, we got through it. Yeah, I'm home chilling, man, not running the streets, getting ready for tomorrow's podcast.
Yes. So those you don't know, I got my bro on the phone. He go by Jody Skywalker. What's your handle on Unhinged? The Unhinged podcast, Wednesdays at what time? Around 9, 8 o'clock?
We start at 8. Unhinged podcast, Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
We try to get respectable people back in the bed,
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody up with the nonsense like me and Kelly.
No, not everybody.
Yeah, no, we know good, decent folks going to bed in the bed by 9:30.
So where you work at, man?
I work at Bell's, the corporate office.
Oh, how long you been there?
Almost 6 years now.
6 years. That's good. Mm-hmm. So what do you do? What do you do there, man?
I do maintenance. I work at the store. So like I'm a corporate employee, but I work at the store. So like I do maintenance at the store. So like air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, hanging up stuff, like really high stuff, or like changing out like light fixtures and stuff really high. It's kind of stuff I do.
I want to make sure I get your tag so they know I'm on the phone, who I'm on the phone with. Yes, sir. All right. So you think you smarter than the fifth grader?
Probably not.
That just means you're gonna save me some money.
I mean, probably, but you never. Hey, you shoot 100% of the shots you don't take. So
exactly. Yeah, you might.
The problem is, it be questions that you done forgot. Like you done forgot the answer to these questions that you probably should know the answer to.
Exactly. Some of these is easy. Some of you may have heard before. I've heard some of them on different podcasts and stuff like that too. So,
all right. Well, let's give it a whirl.
Yeah. All right. Now this one you might get. I've heard this one before too. What's the largest organ in the body, the human body? This is surprising to me too. Yeah.
The largest organ?
Yes, the largest organ in the human body.
I would say the lungs, but
so let me
I'm
give
probably
you.
Wrong.
So I ain't gonna do you like that because you're my boy. I'm gonna give you the because it is multiple choice.
Oh, okay. All right. You're in a multiple choice.
Yeah. So the first answer, is it A, liver? Is it B, lungs? Or C, skin?
Oh, I would say the skin.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I would say skin because, like, isn't the skin like an organ itself? Like, it covers the entire part of your body, right?
Yes, sir.
See, if you hadn't gave me multiple choice, I never would have got that.
I know. But like I said, you my dude.
I can see that. That makes sense.
So
I
yeah.
can see that. That makes sense. The skin would make sense.
Yep. So you got that one right.
Okay.
Next one. Now this one's probably gonna be harder. Wait, I'm gonna say that for last. Which of the
you
following?
the hard one for last?
Yeah, the hard one for last. Which of the following things eat dead or organic matter and puts it back in the soil? So you get that question. Which of these following things eat dead organic matter and put it back in the soil? Scavengers, decomposers, or consumers? Think about it. You can get this one.
Okay.
Which of the following things eat dead organic matter, and put it back into the soil? Scavengers, decomposers.
Because the thing is, scavengers just eat whatever. A scavenger could be a buzzard or a jackal.
So you ruling that out.
See, it's like when you're in school, when you're doing multiple choice, you rule out the stupid answer, and then you leave yourself for like 2 or 3 decent ones. And it's like composers or decomposers.
Yep, decomposers or consumers.
Consumers. My thing is, it would probably be decomposers, right? Because like when I think of that, I think of like maggots.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think of bot flies, and they eat like stuff. You know what I'm saying? They eat dead flesh. I would say like decomposers.
That's right. That's right. You got 2. Oh man, you finna go in my pocket.
I'm trying.
You try it. $100 on the line. I got my boy Jody Skywalker. He trying to get $100 taking the 5th grade challenge. All right. Over what city did the U.S. drop the world's very first deployed atomic bomb? This is it. This one, as years go by, it become harder, but some of the older generation, you know the answer because it's in some songs and stuff like that.
All right, what city? Okay, what's the multiple choices? I think I got an answer in mind. I got an answer in mind, but I was like, I don't know if that's right. It's the only one that makes sense, though.
So if you have an answer, what's your answer in mind?
I'd be like, wouldn't it be like somewhere in like Nevada area 51 or something like that?
Yeah, no, you off. So I'm gonna give you the multiple choice, right? Again, let me go over again. Over what city did the U.S. drop the world's very first deployed atomic bomb? Is it Nagasaki? Is it Tokyo or Hiroshima? Shout out to Denarius Mason. What's up, man? Which one is it? You ain't never heard a song? I drop bombs like
Hiroshima was the one we dropped in when the what was the Chinese attacked Pearl Harbor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. That's the only one I know. So I guess that's the one I'm gonna go with. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's the only one I know because Hiroshima is the one they dropped when they attacked Pearl Harbor in Hawaii, right?
Yeah. I drop bombs like Hiroshima. That's a song. That was in a song.
Oh, I was just like, that's the only one I know.
Okay.
I'm stressed.
You 3-0. You got 2 left. Hey. You're doing good. $100 on the line.
I'm stressed right now.
I'm rooting for you. It's like giving it to my brother anyways. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Which of the following is true about, first of all, let me do this tag. This 5th grade challenge is brought to you by Rapid Return Services, who's going to be paying you. Rapid Return Services, tax and corporate business corporation. We do corporate taxes. We do personal taxes. We also do business structure. We help you put your businesses together. We help you with whatever it is that comes to business. We help you do it all for sure. Shout out to Telly. What's up, T?
And he do
Uncle
notaries too.
Say what?
And he do notaries too, y'all.
Yeah, I got somebody that'll do that. All right. So now we have question number 4. We got Jody on the line. He got 3 of them right, 2 left to $100. Right? All right. This is another easy one, I think. Which of the following is true about your DNA? A, it was given to you by your mom or your dad. B, it was given to you mostly by your dad if you're a boy and mostly by your mom if you're a girl, or it's a combination of half of each of your parents' DNA.
Wouldn't it be a combination of half? Because it's like, you know, you do a DNA test with both parents. It's like, hey, this kid is mostly yours. I'm going to say half. It sounds like the right answer. Oh.
No, that's right.
Oh,
Got him. Yep.
don't be scared of me like that. I'm like, what is it?
Yep. It's half. It's a combination of half of both of your parents' DNA.
All right. Okay. Well,
all right. Woo! You got one left, dog. One left for 100. For 100.
Hey, you see my comment? I'm scared.
All right. This is the hardest one to me. It might be easy to you, but the reason being is because it's a what you call it, a history. Okay. It says, what year did the American Civil War come to an end? 1860, 1865, or 1875?
Oh God. Okay. I remember something in my history. It was like the Civil War ended and slavery ended. Wouldn't it be like slavery ended like wouldn't it be like 65? Wouldn't it be like 1865? And slavery ended not too long after that. Because it's like they went through this whole thing.
Don't act like you ain't Googling.
I've been being honest, bro.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm about to say, but it's like this slavery ended not too long ago, and it's like I don't know. I think the right answer would be like either 65 or 75. But I don't think it was that close to 75 because that's too close to 1900. And 65 is. So I'm gonna go with 65.
So you're going with 65? Is that your final answer?
I think 65. Because listen, here's my logic. 75 was too close to 1900. I know we want slaves back in 1900, and it took a few years for us to get free, right? So 65 is the next closest one to 75. That's my logic on that one. So I'm going to go with 65 because I know it was close to 1900, but not that close.
Jody, guess what, man? You done came up out of the pockets. You done caught me at a bad time, man. I got it. You win. That's it. 1865, man. You are officially today. You've won the fifth grade challenge, huh?
Hey, if it weren't for the multiple choice, because I was like, I'm going to be honest with you, right? The skin one would have got me every time. Because I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot about that.
I knew it.
Totally forgot. I was like, oh, the skin is an organism because it's an organ because it heals and regenerates and stuff like that. So.
Exactly. And I knew it. I mean, I knew it. I knew you was gonna get that one if I did the multiple choice. So I didn't want to make it too difficult on you. But that's it, dude. You won, man. That's it. You got $100 coming to you. You text me your Cash App. You got Cash App?
Yeah, I'm going to the strip club this weekend.
Okay, so you want me to give it to you in ones?
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to a single moms convention. How about that?
Is that what they call it now? A single moms convention. Okay. All right. So, all right, man. I appreciate you definitely participating. You are today, as of 8/26/2022, you definitely smarter than the fifth grader because that's where the questions came from for sure.
Hey, I might not make it if it's sixth grade now.
Yeah, you and me both. I wouldn't have made it to fifth.
Hey, you get some 6th, 7th grade questions out there. You know what? When I was watching this show on TV, they asked some questions about instruments, and I was like, damn, I would have been thrown every time.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
Like what instrument belongs to the percussion family? Got me.
Exactly.
Got me. I would have lost it every time. No, sir.
All right, big dog. Well, listen, this is not unhinged, so I gotta let you go. But you definitely got $100 coming to you. Keep checking your Cash App all the way up until 11:59 p.m. because I'm gonna hold on to it as long as I can, for sure.
Boy, black people, boy, I tell you.
I gotta go cut some grass and get it first.
Gotta go cut some grass and get it.
Exactly. No, I got you.
Hey, I'm about to say you might have to shake a little something, Adrian.
No, No. Nope. That's over with.
And them days over with.
The day's over with.
That boy got the S Carolina salt and pepper.
Okay, say something else so I can hang up on you. Go ahead.
Looking like the dark skinned Rick Fox.
There you go. Had to let him go. That's my boy. Had to let him go. Yeah, shout out to Jody for sure. Mr. Stokes, he won the challenge. He gonna get $100. Definitely tune in tomorrow, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. You can catch us all, the Family Talk. Let's discuss it. We'll all be on that podcast. Me, Jody, Uncle Pud, B, Nick, Nate, Jimmy, Cree. You got to tune in for us. We got some hot topics. We always be acting the food for sure. So moving along, we talking about this. What we got up next? Health insurance. How many of y'all still got health insurance? That's what I want to know. I had somebody call me. They sent me a message this week asking about health insurance. They said their job's health insurance was going up and they didn't want to pay that high fee. And so they asked me, what am I doing with health insurance? Of course, we just had a baby. So I felt, well, not just me, but my wife and I, we discussed it. We felt that it was important to have health insurance during her whole pregnancy and throughout Elijah's at least first 1 or 2 years of his life. I don't know exactly, but prior to that, we didn't rock with health insurance. We didn't. We just paid. What we did was we would put money into like a savings and just, if something happened, we would go to an urgent care. So here in Florida, we have a lot of different urgent cares come up, and it's like almost like it's hospitals, like doctors. You have doctors there, you have x-rays, you have everything you can. And it's in some cases a lot cheaper as well. And notice that it's a lot cheaper because, some people don't know, but when you go to the doctor, when you have insurance and they know you have insurance, they spike that price up. They charge you a lot, right? Like you could probably get an x-ray for $89 or $125. Versus if you had insurance, they might charge you $600-$700 for that x-ray. They be slapping insurance companies' head for sure, getting that money. And so, I was talking to my friend and she by herself. She don't have no kids on there. It's just her. I'm like, if your insurance is going up that much, like I don't know your situation, if you're sick often or if you're not sick often, but if you're not, why not put into a savings account? You can put into an official health savings account, and you can write that off on your taxes, or you can just save the money. A health savings account, you continue to put it in there, and after a while it turns into like a IRA, where you can take it out tax free if you use it for health purposes. But that's a way of getting around having health insurance. And I know a lot of people at the time too, they was worried about, because the government was charging us penalties for not having health insurance. So if you don't know by now, they're not doing that anymore. But the way that whole government or health marketplace work is that if depending on how much income you make, the government pays a certain percentage of your health insurance and you pay a certain percentage. And what happens is at the end of the year, they reconcile. So at the end of the year, when you file your taxes, they find out how much you actually made. And so if you made over the limit, then they make you pay some of that back. So they'll cut down your refund a little bit. Or if you made under the limit, they'll add more to your refund. They'll give you some of your money back. Again, let me go ahead and take this off since I've fired Jody from the phone. There we go. So send a comment. Let me know if you got health insurance or not. What you doing? What's your experience? Like I was telling you with us before Elijah was born, my wife, we're fairly healthy. We very rarely, go to the doctors, except for like a 1-year visit or something like that. We didn't have insurance, but whenever, if something came up and we needed to be checked out or we needed to, we would just go to an urgent care. So now we did at one point have insurance because, I had to have surgery. Those of you know, I had surgery on my foot back. So what happened was we knew that the surgery was going to be expensive. And so we didn't want to pay that out of pocket fees or pay a whole lot. So when the time came to get insurance, we ended up getting insurance. And so what happened then was, we measured, we looked at, all the insurance, and this is through the marketplace. We looked at to try to find the one that best suited us. It was like high fees, or high deductible or low deductible and monthly payments. My wife's a guru and all that. I can't take the credit. She looked through all that and made sure we found the best one so that when it was time to have the surgery that we paid the least amount and we was able to get the surgery and not put us in huge debt, anything like that. So shout out to Miss Shakina for doing that. She took care of that. But your situation might be different. Like my boy Telly right here said, he's a diabetic, so he probably has to have insurance, for sure, because, something can happen or he has to be checked regularly and stuff like that. So definitely if you have pre-existing conditions and stuff like that, you should definitely have insurance because you don't want to get hit with a huge bill that you're going to have to pay that could put you in debt and kind of mess your finances up because of that. Even though, to be honest, health bills are not on, as far as your credit radar, they're not really that high because everybody have them. But it's just annoying to have, health debt, period, because it is on your credit report and it does, they check and see. So definitely I would say if you have pre-existing conditions, that I would definitely look to have some type of insurance either through your job or through the marketplace to make sure you're being checked regularly. But if you don't have any pre-existing conditions and you're fairly healthy, you very, very rarely go to the hospital. You don't. I wouldn't waste your money on it. You can go to an urgent care. Like for us, again, we did the same thing when my wife got pregnant. We knew that she was going to be having to have all these checks. When you get pregnant, you got to be checked regularly to make sure that the baby is, you can hear the heart rate, the baby is healthy and stuff like that. So we did the same thing. We went and purchased and got insurance, made sure that we picked the best one that was suitable, that paid, a lot of the fees that we needed to take care of. And so it went smoothly. She was able to have the baby. And, of course, it did cost us every time she had to visit. Because once you get towards, like when you're in 8 month, like the last trimester, or I think that's what it's called, when you got to visit every single week, they was busting us head. We had to pay like $75 a visit every time. And so this was like every week. But it was worth it because, we was checking the baby out and, finding out, making sure everything was good. So again, what's your situation? It just depends, it just depends. Health insurance depends on your situation. And so I would definitely look at it. If you're married, talk to your spouse about it. You might be able to save money with a health savings account, or you might be a health savings arrangement is what some of us call. And there is an official, this is an official, there are different types of health programs. Like I mentioned, like of course you have most people call it the Obamacare, but it's the marketplace. And the marketplace is just basically where you go to shop around for insurance, and that's where the government plays a portion and you play a portion, and it's based on your income. And then you have the health savings arrangements. That's where you're putting money into like a savings account for health care. So if something happens, you have it in there and you can pull it out, and that's tax free as well. And then you have like there's programs where I think they call them like shared plans, where you and a group of other people are using this shared plan. You continue to put money into this pot, and then whenever somebody needs something done, you're able to get it out of that pot. So you have those type of plans. So there are, many other different, and then of course you have your own insurance from your job. You know, see what the boss say. Says in the past 3 years, OBE had thyroid removal surgery. Wow. He's been hospitalized for 26 days with COVID. So insurance came in real handy. Yep. Definitely. Like I said, if you have, some pre-existing conditions or you had some issues, insurance would definitely come in handy for sure. Exactly. And see, my situation again has been a lot different than that. So I've been able to get through with just saving and not having insurance up until now. Again, once my wife got pregnant, we have insurance, and we have insurance now. Still, even still to this day, we have insurance. I'm not sure how long we're going to keep it, but I know we're not going to keep it, forever. Eventually we're gonna go back to our savings plan where we're saving money, and then we just use urgent care. And I'll tell you another thing too. So, sometimes the doctors is hard to get in and see. Like we wanted to have Eliza checked out recently, and so we had to wait like until the almost the end of the month or something, and so it was just better to go to urgent care. Go to an urgent care that has pediatricians there and somebody that can check, that's familiar with babies, and you can get in a lot faster. And so we did. We had, of course, it cost us like $85, I think, or somewhere around there, but it was worth it. She was able to get in there and see a doctor, and we just need that expertise. We just need that person that has that training, that experienced and looking at, and dealing with babies and stuff like that, and just be able to help us get that information, lead us in the right direction. We knew it wasn't nothing serious, but at the same time, we just wanted to be certain. And so that worked out for us. So even though we had insurance, we still used urgent care, because we was able to get in a lot faster. So that might be your situation. It just depends. So, like I said, I had my friend that contacted me this week about that. And I was able to give her the same advice. Like you just have to choose based on your situation and what you got going on. But you definitely should keep it in mind. But health insurance is the biggest. It's just it's definitely fear based for some people. Some people, they ain't been to the doctor in years, and they've been paying health insurance faithfully every month. So they could have been saving some of that money. And then again, not to take away from the people that have issues, that have insurance, that need it. It's working out for them. Look how much money they save. They saved a lot of money because when you had these procedures and stuff done, the health insurance step in, and they don't, and it just depends on your insurance because they don't pay all of it. I know that for a fact. They don't pay for everything. Sometimes they pay a portion of it, and because their insurance is always trying not to pay something, always trying not to pay something. Last thing we wanted to talk about too was this. I don't know if you heard, but President Biden has this plan, right? The debt reduction, debt relief plan, right? So I don't know if you know much about it. I was studying up on it. And so part of his when he was running with the election, part of that was, he was telling people that he was going to reduce or take away the college debt. Some of the people that's been to college that has debt. So I want to know how you feel about that. How you feel about Biden's taking away college debt? You think it's a good idea? You think it's a bad idea? You think it's some people, obviously, if you have college debt, you think it's fair, right? You're like, yeah, I want my debt taken away. But what about those who paid their debt already? If you already paid your debt, you think that's fair? Here you is, you worked hard to pay yours off, and the next person get theirs forgiven or taken away, right? So there is just so you know that there is a act in place where some people can get their debt forgiven right now, and that's if you feel like, first of all, if you went to school at a university that's no longer open, so that constitutes, you can get your debt forgiven if the school you went to is closed down or they lost their accreditation or whatever that situation is, within that scope. You have the opportunity to get your debt forgiven as well. So that's going on right now. That's not part of the new plan. That's part of Biden's initial plan in the beginning. You can get that done. Also, if you feel like you've been, and I don't know how they're going to check this out or decide, if it's happened or not, but if you feel like you've been misinformed or if you've been misled when it comes to your whole education system. So I don't even know how they would guide or judge that, when it comes to forgiving debt that a person, I don't know, how can you be misinformed or misled. I know it's always up to us to read the fine print and understand everything. And I know that there are misleading people out there, but for sure. But part of the new plan that Biden is trying to introduce is he wants to take away 10,000, and this is general. Those that I told you is more specific. People that's been, felt like they've been defrauded or institution that's been closed down. So that's more in general. You can pinpoint those people. The new plan is it's a blanket plan towards general people. And so with general people, meaning if you have college debt now, first of all, it's been on if you notice you haven't had to make a payment in almost 2 years. They're extending that as well. That was getting ready to expire, I think, sometime in September or October. They're extending that to the end of the year. So you still don't have to make a payment on your student loan. But I'm pretty sure the interest is still building up. So, but anyhow, they're extending that to the end of the year. And what he's trying to implement now is a blanket loan forgiveness that fit everybody. But however, the stipulations is going to be with your income. If you make under $125,000 a year, you'll be able to get $10,000 of your student loan forgiven. Right, which is big, even though it's probably a drop in the bucket for some people. That some people student loans is over $100 and something thousand dollars. But if your student loan is only 10,000 or 9,000 or 20,000, to have half of it forgiven to be good. So, and not only that, if you have Pell Grant as well. So if you had a student loan and then you also had to take a Pell Grant as well, they're going to take off an additional $10,000. So we're talking up to $20,000 of debt forgiven for student loans. So that'll be pretty big, pretty huge as well. Again, the stipulation is $125,000, meaning you had to make under that. And if you're married filing joint, I mean you have two people, then looking at less than $250,000. So that's also good, But just keep in mind that if you're a dependent, it's not going to be predicated off of your income, but your parents' income. So you gotta watch that, because your parents could be making $200,000-$300,000, and you got a little job at McDonald's or whatever still, and because you haven't launched into your career just yet, and so you're trying to get that student loan debt forgiven, but your parents make too much money. So those are the stipulations. So you definitely have to be aware of those stipulations for sure. So, but let me know if you think that's fair or not. One of the things I did notice that I like about that whole plan, because a lot of times people get debt forgiven. Sometimes credit card people forgive a certain portion of the debt. I've had so many people come to my office with that they had credit card debt and different type of loans and stuff like that that's forgiven. But what happens is you get a 1099-C, which is a cancellation of debt notice. And guess what that is? That means however much they canceled, it becomes income. So you're going to end up having to pay taxes on it either way it go. You might not have to pay the whole amount for that cancellation, but the taxes, the income on it, you'll have to pay the taxes on it. And so, interesting enough, on Biden's plan, you won't have to pay taxes on it. So I think that's great. So you can get up to $20,000 of debt forgiven, and at the same time, it won't count as income, which is huge, because some people, that income drops your refund down. If you add an additional $20,000 of cancellation of debt, that'll drop your income down. So that's huge. But again, some people don't think it's fair, right? Some people don't think it's fair because, number one, just because the debt is being canceled is being canceled on your part doesn't mean it's not being paid. Doesn't mean that debt is going to be paid. And guess who's paying it? The government, i.e., the taxpayers, right? So think about that. The taxpayers is going to pay your student loan for you, right? Up to 20 grand. So some people don't think that's fair. So here you got a hard working guy that paid off his student loans, and then the next guy end up getting his forgiven. And so this same hardworking guy has to pay twice. Not only did he pay his student loan off, but he also got to pay for the next guy who got his forgiven. So is that fair? Right? Think about that. So a lot of people have mixed emotions about it. You have the people who have student loan. They don't care. They just want it out. They want it forgiven. They don't want to have to deal with it. But you have other people that's thinking like, yo, this ain't completely fair. I mean, it sounds good, but it ain't completely fair. When you have people that been working hard, we got to pay that bill, right? And at some point, because of the student loan being forgiven, a lot of professionals feel like that the student, the what you call it, the tuition and fees are going to increase, you know, are going to increase. And I've heard that tuition and fees out of all the products and stuff in the world, colleges with tuition and fees skyrockets the most. Like like not inflation, but it's like every year it seems like it always goes up. And so you have a lot of people that feel like that once the debt is forgiven, that it's going to increase. It's going to make the schools increase their tuition and fees because of that. Because they have they think that in the future the same thing is going to happen. And so at some point we got to make the universities accountable. I think that personally, I think they should probably lower a lot of the interest rate, give them a cap on the interest rate on education. As far as 6% or whatnot, drop it down to 2-3%, make it low, and then cap some of these tuition and fees. Like keep it under a certain amount for sure. And then it should be, what about some of these programs that people sign up for? You get tuition and fees. Like I heard gender studies and stuff like that. Like, you know, why should we be paying for gender studies? What's the outcome? What kind of job are you going to get from gender studies? So I think some of that stuff is kind of weird for sure. Shout out to my boy Steve. Let me see what my boy Steve say. He said, put it to use of my taxes, push those rookie levers. William Lanier, what's up, man? Definitely appreciate everybody that's tuned in for sure. So, um, but that's the thing, talking about student loan forgiveness, it affects everybody. It affects everybody. Interesting enough, I have mixed views about it. Number one, biblically, why being a spiritual guy and I like studying the Bible always had a season where people was forgiven. Their debts and stuff was forgiven and people was able to start over. So that's one thing I can't completely disagree with it because it was a practice in the Bible. Like at every 7 years or so, the debt was forgiven. People owed you money and you ain't collected or had it by then. They was able to start over. So I think they was able to help in that aspect. But then at the same time, when you have people that pay their debt and they have to pay other people's debt, I think that's that don't sit well with me. Like, you have a person again, they work hard to pay off their student loan and then they're paying their taxes and then their taxes go towards somebody else's student loan. So that's you got mixed views about that. So that's crazy to me. So let me know what you think about it for sure, man. If any of you guys got student loans out there, I had student loan. I was holding that thing for about 3 or 4 years, but mine wasn't nothing like what they have now. I like maybe $900, and this was like almost 20 something years ago, and it was hard for me to pay that. So definitely. But I think again, the university at some point needs to be held accountable for. They need to be held accountable. They need to be regulated a lot more. so that if they don't want the debt to be as high, then regulate them. You know, that way, because that's all we teaching is people to go to college, go to college. A lot of times too, make sure you teach your kids to, if they're gonna go to college, to have some specific goals. I don't think college is a place that you go into blindly just to figure out what you want to do. That's a waste of money. You going to college just to figure out what you want to do. That's like I tell people all the time. I like, would you go to a car lot and spend $40,000 or $60,000 on the car that you don't like, and then you gonna drive around in this car you don't like? And most people be like, no, I wouldn't do that. So you got to think college is the same way. If you're going to use the education system to get ahead, make sure you have a specific plan and you're utilizing it to boost you to where you need to go. Obviously, if you're going to be a teacher, then working towards getting a master's degree in education and studies and stuff like that, I think that's in line with what you want to do. But if you don't know and you're just taking a bunch of classes, paying fees just so you can get a general degree in anything, and then you think you're going to take that degree and apply it in the world, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, especially in this day and age where skills are more specific. It's specific to each individual and how you learn. Like certificates is, at some point, certificates is better than degrees because they're specific. If you get a certificate or training in air conditioning, and you know what I'm saying, then you can be certified in doing air conditioning. You can make a lot of money doing that. I know several people that make a lot of money doing air conditioning work that don't have college degrees. Same thing with me. I don't have a college degree. So I was able to utilize my skill set and learn more without getting the student loan debt like someone else. I mean, obviously I went to school for a couple years, but I only had like a $9,900 debt that eventually got paid off. But after that, I went back and started studying on my own. I got some books and looked at some instructors on YouTube to study some of the stuff to fill in the gap with some of the education that I needed, as opposed to going back to college and paying and getting student loans. Because I thought about it a few times. I had people ask me, you should go back to school. I mean, mention to me, you should go back to school. William Lanier. It says, remember that where we grew up, Mac Humber was teaching trades as well as getting you prepared, prep for college. That's right. That's right. Shout out to Mac Humber, Whitney. They closed down. It was sad, but that was the high school we went to. It's weird. It's weird. First of all, William is we went to the same high school, so he was a very good friend of mine, and he's in Bradenton too. It's weird to be in the same city after all these years to get linked up just by chance with somebody you went to high school with. Every time I think about that, I think it's crazy, man. We probably need to be hanging out more because there's a reason why we came back. And Will, I think Will also teaches. Correct me if I'm wrong, Will. I think you got a karate school, or you do. I know you do some type of martial arts training and stuff like that for sure. I know you're doing something like that. You can go ahead and put it up there, let the people know for sure. But that's my dude, William Lanier. Just like the guy Phil that I talked to earlier. He was from Springfield, Ohio, and we end up linking up here. So, but yeah, they don't even do that. Are there any trade schools out there anymore? Like when I was in high school, the first place I went was Macomber, and it was a trade school. I remember taking electrical constructions, wood shop class, and stuff like that. Careers class to help you decide what type of career you want to go in, And so I think that helps a lot. It really helps people to focus. A lot of people think that, kids should really make their own decisions, and to a certain degree they should, but if they don't have a lot of experience, how do they know what they want to do or what, where they want to go. A lot of times you can help train them and point, lead them in the right direction. Even the Bible tell you that, kids are like arrows. You point them in the right direction. That's what I'm gonna do with Elijah. I'm gonna point him in the right direction. Obviously he's gonna be well educated, in school, but I want to train him in playing basketball and stuff like that. I want to see, how well he could do, because it could pay for some of his college as well. But that's if he like it. He might end up doing dance because his mom is a dance instructor. Yep, this is my boy Will. Indeed, bro. Keet Kundu art created by Bruce Lee. Yep. Thanks for the shout out. Matt Hummer was awesome till they shut us down. They sure did, man. We was underclassmen. 2 years in a row, we was underclassmen. We was freshmen, and then they shut the freshman class down. And when we were sophomores, they shut that. We was sophomores and underclassmen too. So we ended up having to transfer to other schools. But anyhow, that is it for your boy Coach A. I appreciate everybody tuning in to the Impact Podcast Show. Don't forget, you can go online, you can like, subscribe, and share for sure. See you back next Friday. If you have any questions, inbox me. Shout out to our fifth grade winner, our Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, fifth grade challenge winner. Jody Skywalker, my brother. I owe him $100. I told him I'm gonna wait till 11:59 to give him his money, so he's just gonna have to wait. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Telly Tavalis, Uncle Pud, Steve, my friend Steve. Yep, I do Steve's taxes. Definitely gonna hook him up because I'm the best. Denaris Mason, that's my dude. Brandon Smith, that's my brother for sure. All these people, my brother. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Back at it again, man. It was, for a long time I was procrastinating, but I had to get back at it. So, we're only going to get better. We're only going up from here. So definitely appreciate you guys. Let me go with my outro. They're probably going to cut it because it got some music in it, but it's all right. We ain't worried about that. Oh, let me put this disclaimer up. Fair use copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyrights Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as da-da-da-da. Yeah, letting people know that the only reason I'm using any of this stuff is because it's fair for me to use. Holla.